Good morning from Prudent Prosperity, Friday, September the 26th. Here are 5 things you need to know today. Number 1, stock futures were slightly higher as investors braced for inflation data that will factor into the Federal Reserve's decision-making on interest rates. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average were up 0.2% recently, while those linked to the S&P 500 and the tech-heavy Nasdaq added 0.1%. The major indexes, which are riding 3-day losing streaks after hitting a series of record highs, are on pace to post losses for the week. Bitcoin continued to lose ground, trading below $109,000, its lowest level in a month. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note, which affects borrowing costs on all sorts of loans, was holding steady at 4.17%. Gold futures edged higher to around $3,800 an ounce, but remained just under recent highs. Number 2, President Trump late Thursday announced a new slate of tariffs that are set to go into effect on October 1st, including a 100% levy on pharmaceutical imports for companies that aren't building manufacturing plants in the U.S. 2. Trump said that pharmaceutical companies that have started construction on domestic facilities can be exempted from the drug tariffs, which are restricted to branded or patented drugs and likely won't include generics. Trump said that there will be a 50% tariff on kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, and associated products, while heavy trucks will be hit with a 25% tariff. Shares of Indiana-based drug maker Eli Lilly LLY were up about 2% in pre-market trading, while U.S.-listed shares of Denmark's Novo Nordisk declined 1%. Furniture sellers Williams-Sonoma, Wayfair, and RH were each down 3%. Number 3. Trump signed an executive order on Thursday to bring TikTok's U.S. operations under American control, averting a ban on the popular Chinese-owned social media app. In a press conference, Trump said the American group set to control TikTok in the U.S. will include billionaire Rupert Murdoch, Dell Technologies CEO Michael Dell, and Oracle's Larry Ellison. TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance will copy and lease the algorithm to the joint venture that will control TikTok's U.S. operations. Oracle will oversee the recommendation software, a White House official had confirmed earlier. Vice President J.D. Vance said that the company could be valued at $14 billion, lower than some had expected. Shares of Oracle were slightly higher ahead of the opening bell. Number 4, shares of Intel are on the rise again this morning amid investor optimism about deals that could revive the struggling chipmakers' fortunes. A report that Apple APL could be Intel's next big investor has fueled big gains this week after NVIDIA last week announced a $5 billion investment. Coming into today's session, the stock has gained nearly 70% since the start of the year, though it remains well off its 2021 high. Analysts tracked by Visible Alpha have overwhelmingly preferred to stick to the sidelines with hold ratings, with targets suggesting they see an eventual pullback in the stock. The current consensus target at $26 is roughly 25% below Thursday's close. Intel shares were up 4% in recent pre-market trading. Number 5. The Federal Reserve's favored inflation gauge accelerated slightly in August from a year earlier. The Commerce Department reported Friday that its personal consumption expenditures PCE price index was up 2.7% in August from a year earlier, a tick higher from a 2.6% year-over-year increase in July, and most since February. Excluding volatile food and energy prices, so-called core PCE inflation showed a 2.9% increase in prices from August 2024, same as in July. The increases were what forecasters had expected. Prices rose 0.3% from July, compared to a 0.2% increase the month before. Core prices rose 0.2%, same as in July. And that's it for today.
If any of today's insights sparked a question or made you think about your own financial journey, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Let's take your next step together, strategically and confidently. And always remember, stay prudent, stay prosperous, make it a great day.